I need to tell you something, and I need you to really hear me. That thing you're chasing, the money, the promotion, the house, the body, the respect, whatever it is that you think is going to finally make your life work, it's not going to give you what you think it will. I'm William, 77 years old, and I spent 50 years of my life running after things that were never going to fill the hole I was trying to fill. 50 years. That's a long time to be chasing the wrong thing. So sit with me for a few minutes, because what took me half a century to figure out, I'm going to try to give to you right now. And maybe, just maybe, you won't waste as much time as I did. We all do this thing. We all say, I'll be happy when I get the promotion. I'll be happy when I pay off the house. I'll be happy when I retire. I'll be happy when people finally respect me. I said that my whole life, my whole damn life. And you know what? I got the promotion. I paid off the house. I retired. People respect me, I think. I don't know. At 77, you stop keeping track. But here's what nobody tells you. When you get the thing, there's always another thing. Always. The finish line moves. You think you're almost there, and then you look up and it's further away than when you started. I spent 50 years running toward a finish line that didn't exist. Let me tell you something about myself that I'm not proud of. I grew up poor, not starving poor, but poor enough to know it. My father worked at a factory his whole life, came home tired every night, hands all beat up, and people still looked at him like he was nothing, like he didn't matter. I watched that, and I was maybe 10, 11 years old, and I watched how people treated my father, and something in me said, that's not going to be me. I'm going to be somebody. I'm going to make people respect me. So that's what I did. I worked. Lord, I worked 60, 70 hours a week sometimes. Missed my kids growing up, missed dinners, missed baseball games, missed everything. But I was building something. I was becoming somebody. By 52, I was a vice president, corner office. People called me sir. My name was on the door. And you know what? I felt nothing. I mean, not nothing. I felt, I don't know how to describe it. Empty. I guess like I climbed all the way up this mountain, and when I got to the top, there was nothing there, just another mountain. I remember sitting in that corner office, door closed, looking out the window, thinking, this is it. And this is what I gave up everything for. Took me another 20 years to understand what happened. 20 years. I'm a slow learner, I guess. Here's what I finally figured out. I wasn't chasing money. I wasn't chasing titles. I wasn't even chasing respect. Not really. I was chasing a feeling. I wanted to feel like I was enough, like I mattered, like I was worthy of being here. That's what I was really after. And I thought if I just achieved enough, if I just climbed high enough, I'd finally feel it. But you can't get that feeling from a job title. You can't get it from a paycheck. You can't get it from people calling you sir. That feeling, the feeling of being enough. I could have given that to myself the whole time. I didn't need anyone's permission. I didn't need to earn it. I just needed to decide that I was worthy, that I mattered, that I was enough exactly as I was. I could have done that at 25. I did it at 73. That's 48 years I wasted trying to earn something that was already mine. Same thing happened with my marriage. Different story, same mistake. I thought if I provided enough, if I gave my wife the house, the cars, the nice things, she'd be happy. We'd be happy. That was my job, right? Provide. So I provided the hell out of that marriage. But you know what my wife actually wanted? She wanted me present, listening there. And I wasn't. I was at work or thinking about work or too tired from work to be any kind of company. We almost split up when I was about 48. And it wasn't because I wasn't successful. It was because I was gone. Even when I was home, I was gone. She told me once, I remember this clear as anything. She said, "Oh, William, I don't need the money. I need you. I need you to look at me. I need you to hear me. I need you to be here." And I didn't understand. I thought I was being here. I was paying the bills, wasn't I? I was keeping a roof over our heads. Took me a long time to understand the difference between providing for someone and being present with someone. They're not the same thing, not even close. I'm 77 now. Most of my friends are around my age, some older, some younger. A few of them are gone already. And I've noticed something interesting. The ones who are miserable, they're still chasing, still comparing, still keeping score. I got a friend. He's 84 years old, and he's still mad that his neighbor has a nicer car. 84, still looking over the fence, still measuring himself against other people, and he's miserable. Absolutely miserable. I got another friend. She's 79, and all she talks about is what she doesn't have. Her knees hurt. Her kids don't call enough. Her pension isn't big enough. Everything is a complaint. Everything is a problem. She's been unhappy as long as I've known her. And she's going to be unhappy until the day she dies, because she's still waiting for something outside of her to change so she can finally be okay. But then I got other friends and these people. I don't know what it is exactly, but they got something, a lightness, a peace. They're not trying to prove anything to anyone. They're not keeping score. They're just here, present, curious about things, enjoying what's in front of them. My friend Earl, he's 86, and this man is the happiest person I know. He doesn't have much. Little apartment, fixed income, and health isn't great. But he wakes up every morning grateful. He's always learning something new, reading something, asking questions about things. He told me once, he said, "William, I spent 60 years trying to be somebody. Now I'm just trying to be here, and it's so much better." That's the difference. It's not money, it's not health, it's not even family though, that helps. It's whether you've made peace with yourself, whether you've stopped chasing and started being. You want to know what real freedom feels like? I'll tell you what it feels like. It's not having a bunch of money. I got friends with money who are trapped in their own heads, worried about everything, can't enjoy anything. Real freedom is when the things that used to bother you don't bother you anymore. Or when someone says something nasty and it rolls off you like water. When you're not walking around needing everyone to like you. When you can look in the mirror, see a 77-year-old man looking back at you and say, "Yeah, that's me, and I'm okay with that." Real freedom is not needing anything outside of you to be okay inside of you. And that, my friend, that takes most people a lifetime to figure out. Some people never figure it out. They die still chasing, still waiting, still thinking happiness is around the next corner. Here's the trap, and I want you to really understand this. You think once you get the thing, you'll be satisfied, but you won't. There's always another thing. I paid off my house when I was 58. Thought I'd feel free. Thought I'd finally relax. You know what happened? I started worrying about the next thing. Our retirement savings, healthcare costs. What if the market crashes? What if this? What if that? The fear didn't go away when my circumstances changed. The fear just found something new to attach itself to. And that's when I realized something important. The fear doesn't leave when your life gets better. The fear leaves when you change, when you decide you're not going to let it run your life anymore, when you decide that you're okay right now, today, regardless of what happens tomorrow. That's an inside job. No amount of money can do that for you. No achievement, no relationship. It's something you got to do yourself. Everything I thought I wanted, the title, the money, the house, the respect, I didn't actually want those things. I wanted to feel safe. I wanted to feel like I mattered. I wanted to feel loved. And I was looking for those feelings in all the wrong places. I was trying to get them from my job, from my bank account, from other people's opinions. But those feelings, safety, worthiness, love, I could have given them to myself any time. I didn't need to earn them. I just needed to accept them. Accept that I was already safe, already worthy, already loved. That sounds simple. I know it does. But it took me 50 years to really understand it. And I'm still working on it. Honestly, 77 years old, and I'm still practicing. Young people think happiness is at the finish line. I thought that too. But there is no finish line. You get one thing, there's another thing. You solve one problem, another one shows up. That's just life. That's how it works. So if you're waiting until everything is perfect to be happy, i.e. you're going to wait forever because it's never going to be perfect. Something's always going to be wrong. Something's always going to be missing. The journey is the destination. I heard someone say that once, and I didn't understand it. Now I do. This is it. Right here, right now. This is your life. Not when you get the promotion. Not when you meet the right person. Not when you pay off the debt. Now, if you can't find some peace on the way to where you're going, you're not going to find it when you get there either. I promise you that. I've been there. The arrival doesn't feel like you think it's going to feel. So here's what I want you to take from all this. Stop waiting. Stop telling yourself, I'll be happy when. That's a lie. I believed that lie for 50 years, and all it gave me was 50 years of postponed living. Whatever you think you need to be happy, you don't need it. What you need is to decide you're enough right now, today, with everything exactly as it is. You're enough. You hear me? You're already enough. You don't have to prove it. You don't have to earn it. You just have to accept it. I'm 77 years old. I've made a lot of mistakes. I've chased a lot of wrong things. I've wasted a lot of time. But the one thing I know for sure is this. Everything you're looking for is already inside you. You just got to stop running long enough to notice. If this meant something to you, share it with somebody who's grinding themselves into dust, chasing something that's never going to make them whole. And tell me in the comments, what's your I'll be happy when? What are you waiting for? What would change if you just decided you were enough right now? Subscribe if you want more of these conversations.